Yes.
Madam Speaker, with your permission, I wish to make a statement relating to the publication in the press of alleged increase in the salaries of junior ministers and advisors. Let me first dispel a misunderstanding on allowances to be paid to junior ministers, although this, I must say, was clearly explained to the House yesterday by the Honorable Attorney General. This subject has been widely misinterpreted by the opposition and other quarters. They are arguing that allowances to junior ministers are being raised, while this is clearly not the case. The National Assembly Allowances Act provides for the allowances to be paid to ministers and other members of the National Assembly, including parliamentary private secretaries. However, no provision has been made in the schedule of the Act for the payment of allowances to junior ministers. With a view to correct this anomaly, mention was made in the annex of the budget 2025-2026 that amendment would be brought to the National Assembly Allowances Act to cater for the payment of allowances to junior ministers. Now, the House is aware 10 junior ministers have been appointed on office since the 22nd of November 2024. Administrative arrangement has been made for the payment of allowances to junior ministers at the same quantum payable to former parliamentary private secretaries. I wish to reassure the House that junior ministers are not being paid a single cent more than what parliamentary private secretaries used to draw in the past. Madam Speaker, in respect to advisors, I have noted the recent campaign which puts doubt in the minds of the population regarding what has been referred to as substantial increase in their salaries. This is clearly part of a campaign of disinformation and innuendos. I would like to point out that under the MSM regime, there were 4 categories of advisors, namely 1, special advisors, 2, senior advisors, 3, advisors on information matters, and 4, advisors on public relations matters. Government has decided to rationalize the category of advisors with the introduction of a category of senior advisors, technical, between brackets, to cater for specialized fields in, for example, medicine, engineering, otherwise. Otherwise, you have, sorry, I'm not going to make a speech, I forgot. Government does not want, I'll stick to the statement. Government doesn't want to leave it to the discretion of whoever comes to power to decide on his own personal volition, his personal wishes, how much of public money should be spent on people who have been recruited by them. Government is simply being transparent in respect to the different scales of salaries applicable to advisors. Madam Speaker, I should also point out that except in a few cases, very few cases, where advisors are serving on boards, strict instructions have been given not to allow advisors to be members of boards of parastatal bodies or state-owned enterprises. I wish to state, Madam Speaker, that under the former government, they boosted the income of advisors by allowing them to serve on numerous boards. Very often, these advisors were earning revenues from these boards, which was higher than their own salary. Let me give you a couple of examples to illustrate this without naming any names.
Yes.
One special advisor who was drawing a salary of 163,250 rupees was also appointed as chairperson of Mauritius Revenue Authority, where it was a salary, SBM Bank Holdings Limited, Mauritius Telecom, Multi-Carrier Mauritius Limited, and Metro Express Limited, all drawing salaries. He was also the director of SBM Africa Holdings Limited, again drawing a salary, SBM Kenya Limited, paid in US dollars, Mauritius Duty Free Paradise Company Limited, and Rodriguez Duty Free Paradise Company Limited. I'm just giving a few examples, couple of examples. Another special advisor, drawing 132,000 rupees per month, and 20,000 rupees extra duty allowance as chairperson of Airports of Mauritius Company Limited, Airport Terminal Company Operations Limited, and Mauritius Duty Free Paradise Company Limited. He was also a member of numerous boards and committees, including 9 committees of SBM Holdings Limited, 9, State Insurance Company of Mauritius Limited, SICOM, and 2 of its subcommittees, Air Mauritius Limited, Air Mauritius Holdings Limited, Airmate Limited, and Mauritius Helicopter Limited. A third example, Madam Speaker, another special advisor was drawing a salary of 119,500 rupees. He was also appointed on boards, on the following boards: Gambling Regulatory Authority, Mauritius Duty Free Paradise Company Limited, Rodrigues Duty Free Paradise Limited, Airports of Rodrigues Limited, Airports of Rodrigues Limited, Point Canon Resort Hotel Company Limited, and Metro Express Limited. I could go on and on, Madam Speaker, to refer to others, but it would be far too long. To conclude, Madam Speaker, let me reiterate what I have stated on several occasions in this House. This government will not renege on its pledge to ensure that the principles of good governance and accountability underpin all its action. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you.